How y'all doing? It is your girl, Lady Mocha. I know it has been a while. Y'all have not seen me. I know a lot of y'all are questioning me like I'm your husband just coming in from the night before, or your wife just coming in 3, 4 in the morning like, where the hell you been at? Why you ain't reach out to nobody? You ain't been doing no live chats. Where you been? What's going on? Yo, my mouth was out of commission, y'all, and there's nothing more than I would love to run than my mouth. And you know, my mouth is my craft, and I couldn't even use it. I just got my tooth pulled I believe 2 weeks ago, and y'all, it put my mouth out of commission. I couldn't do nothing, y'all. I feel like a damn drug addict already. I've been popping so many pills, so much narcotics, Motrin, Tylenol, you name it. I may have to get some rehabilitation, honey, because that's just how much pills I've been popping. Getting your tooth pulled ain't no joke. I don't know what's worse, y'all. I don't know if it was more painful, having a damn baby or getting your damn tooth pulled. It's all the same to me. But anyway, y'all, I wanted you guys to know that I haven't forgotten about y'all. I didn't fall off, anything like that. I was just down. My mouth was out of commission. I had my tooth pulled. So, you know, I had to take care of me. You know what I'm saying? I barely could talk. I had to put a damn gauze in my mouth. And if you don't notice, I'm still talking a little funny because I'm still adjusting to that tooth not being there. I would kid you guys not. Grown men, grown ladies, take care of your damn teeth, okay? I done already got tooth pulled. Not within the same time frame, but I had one pulled like maybe like 9, 10 years ago. But I'm like this, I'm not trying to lose no more teeth out my mouth. I do not want to be going on 40 and rocking dentures, honey. Take care of y'all teeth. I'm to the point now, I used to just brush and mouthwash. I brush, mouthwash, and I floss. 2, 3 times a day. It ain't no joke. I don't ever want to experience that. I do not want to lose any more teeth. Your teeth are precious to you. I'll lose my hair. I don't mind losing maybe some fingernails, but your damn teeth, your teeth are very imperative, okay? So letting all y'all know, it may not be no big deal. Not trying to be your mama and your daddy and tell you what to do, but take care of your teeth, honey, because it's no joke. You don't realize how important they are till you lose them. You get what I'm saying? There's little things like that we take for granted. We don't really think about it until you get in that position and you have to get your tooth pulled. But honey, lesson learned for me. I rebuke thee, Satan. You will not get any more teeth from out of my mouth, honey. I'm going to be way more attentive to my teeth than I ever been. But on that note, I want to thank you guys and you ladies for tuning in to Cafe de Paris. And you know, I got a little breaking news because I feel like, being that I have not uploaded a video in almost 2-3 weeks, I owe all of my subscribers much more new stories and topics. So this morning I'm going to start off with the breaking news, okay, which I know you just seen the clip of a comedian by the name of Steve Brown. Now keep in mind, this comedy house that this comedian performed at, me and my husband have been there several occasions, okay? So normally the venue is a really cool, calm, collective, laid back place. Every time we go, we have a good time. It's grown folks fun. It's nice comedy shows, comedians who come out. I've seen Craig Tyler, some more, Bruce, a lot of big time headliners. Chris Tucker has even been there, okay? So this ain't no bootleg type of comedy house, you know what I'm saying? They have had a lot of comedians perform that have good credentials. And like I said, every time me and my husband went, we've been there like 6 or 7 times, because it's only like 2 hours and some change for us driving distance. And I took my mom there one time too, so we always have a hell of a blast. We always have a wonderful time. It's a place I recommend anybody to go if you're in Columbia, South Carolina area. They got good drinks, good food, good shows. I don't know about y'all, but I'm all about grown folks fun. I like to go to comedy houses. I like to go to jazz clubs. I don't like to do those little hole in the wall hood rat ghetto clubs, you know, where, you know, men men can still come in there at the age of 50 and wear throwback jerseys, and you got heifers that's getting AARP and Medicaid and coming up there, you know, still wearing skirts tight enough to fit on them like acrylic. So on that note, it's really a good place to have a good time, okay? Well, apparently last weekend wasn't such a good time, and ironically, I remember I went on the website because it lets you know every month who's going to be performing. They have a monthly calendar, and I so started to go. I was so close to purchasing a ticket, but I'm like, nah, I'll do it another time. And hell, good thing I did, honey, because as y'all see, this dude in the audience, honey, he went ham. He lost it, okay? And I can only understand the pressures of comedians. What they do is, you know, I know from us being viewers, them just making us laugh, them cracking jokes may not seem that big of a deal, but when you're on stage like that and all eyes are on you, it's like as much as you want to be able to entertain and perform well and show your crowd a good time and you know, get a positive feedback from your audience, but it's also a very vulnerable position to be in, because when you're on stage like that, you have to be careful with who you address and how you address folks, because you got some mentally challenged ass individuals out there, you know what I'm saying? And you just have to really be careful. I mean, comedians, you know, they really have a very delicate position, because you got to be able to entertain your audience and make them laugh, you know, because if you're up there performing and you see nobody not laughing at your jokes, you know what I'm saying, it puts you in a bad position, like you're not doing a good job. So sometimes you got to turn up, sometimes you got to, you know, say things out of pocket, but again, you are a comedian. That is what you're getting paid for. That is a craft, you get what I'm saying? Like a stripper who has to take off her clothes, you know what I'm saying? That's what she's getting paid to do. She's getting paid to show ass and tits, you know what I'm saying? She has to please you know, the guys in the crowd who's tipping her. That's the only way she's making her tips. Same things with the comedian, okay? And apparently dude must have had too much Hennessy, or he already came in there with a bad attitude for him to blow up like that. It was just off the chain. And the bad part about it was, where the hell was security? When if this man would have hurt him? When if this guy that jumped out of the audience and jumped on stage could have hurt that comedian? When you saw when he was trying to swing at him, he was trying to punch him, he kept missing. So he went and picked up the goddamn stand that the mic was on, swinging at him. I mean, he could have gave him a concussion. When he missed with that, he threw it in the audience, could have hurt somebody else. Then on top of that, he picked up the damn stool and threw it at him. Dude was a maniac, okay? Ladies and gentlemen, let me tell y'all right now, when you go out certain places, this is why you have to pay attention to your environment. Pay attention to your surroundings, okay? Let me tell y'all something. Maybe because I'm a criminal justice grad, I am extra nosy. I pay attention to everything. I look at people's facial expressions. I watch their body language, because unfortunately, we're in a world today where you just can't overlook stuff no more. You can't, you know, it's no different than the white gentleman who blew up all of those folks who did all those shootings at the Batman movie premiere years ago. You know, everybody just wanted to take their kids out, take their wife out, you know, people who were loyal Batman fans, and this fool just came in there out of nowhere and went to shooting up and took a couple of lives. I mean, it was a severe tragedy. And we hear stories like this all the time. Now, keep in mind, you know, some things you're not going to notice, because the devil is not always predictable. You know what I'm saying? You can be out having a good time, having dinner with your wife, with your husband, and some damn crazy ass psychotic fool that just been released from the nut house, you know what I'm saying, who just got his release papers come up in there and get to shooting everybody. You know what I mean? It's just so many things. You can't predict everything. But the things you can predict, you know, it is very imperative that you pay attention to your surroundings. You look at people's mood swings, like you look at their body demeanor, you know. Even when I'm in certain places, even if I'm standing in a line at Kroger's and just picking up a pack of chicken wings, I just look at my surroundings. Anybody that look funny or look off, let me tell you something. I will leave my pack of chicken wings right at that register and leave. You know what I'm saying? God has blessed me with strong, intuitional, vibes. It's just something. I guess for me, I can't speak for everybody. Every time I felt something was wrong or I felt something wasn't right, 9 times out of 10, my judgment has never left me wrong. And I've learned to always listen to my inner voice. If you get ready to go somewhere, the guys, ladies, and you feeling funny, don't ignore that inner voice. You know what I'm saying? God sometimes instills that in us. It's kind of like our guard. It's like our spiritual shield. You know, don't disregard your intuition when you feel something ain't right. You know, don't be like, don't take it for granted. Don't underestimate it. God instilled it in you for a reason. Basically, as I was saying, back to this case here, this gentleman, he lost it. In my opinion, dude already came there with a bad attitude, okay? Regardless of what this comedian could have said, regardless of what joke he threw, it should have not accelerated to the level that it accelerated to. You know what I'm saying? He already came there with an attitude. Either that or on top of the attitude, his ass had a shot or two of some damn Hennessy. And add Hennessy with a nasty attitude. So dude was going all the way in, okay? He just let Lucifer just utilize him to the fullest. My thing is this. You know what I'm saying? When you go to a comedy show, for all the mentally challenged people out there, for all of the sensitive people out there, for all of the people out there who can't take a joke, who always in their goddamn feelings. And one thing about black folks, we always in our goddamn feelings about something. Always. And the way he was acting like a woman. You up there picking up stuff, throwing stuff like a damn toddler. He acted like a toddler, throwing tantrums. And that's why I say, despite what a lot of these male commentators may say about black women, you know, being dramatic, you know, having issues, you know, and we still do. We gonna always have issues, you know what I'm saying? It is what it is. You know, when black women, that's just something that's a demon that a lot of us have yet failed to conquer. Being full of drama, but you know, as I was saying, you know, we do have a lot of black women out there that have unfortunately been cursed with the demon of drama, okay? And what I'm starting to notice is now there's a lot of brothers out there that are starting to be poisoned with the same drama demon, okay? It's a lot of brothers out there that are starting to become very emotional, very extra. I'm starting to notice there's a lot of male commentators that are screaming, that are hollering, you know, especially when they're making a statement about women, you know, because the majority of them, like men, have feelings like we do too. And it's a lot of men that are scorned as well, that are bitter as well. But what's starting to happen is a lot of these men are allowing their emotions to overtake their masculinity, to overtake their testosterone. And most of these men are allowing their emotions to take their testosterone, and basically they're allowing it to manifest into estrogen. You have a lot of men that are walking around with an emotional dark cloud, and they're allowing it to contaminate them to the point to where they're lashing out. I've just never seen so many grown men You know, granted, I'm not even quite 40. God bless me to get there. But I've never seen so many men get so emotional where they are screaming, they are hollering, they are lashing out, they are throwing tantrums. You know, like Pastor T.D. Jakes, you know, said in one of his sermons, you know, when it gets to a point to where a man has to put his hands on somebody or pick up something or throw something because he's angry, really, he's angry with himself. It's something internally going on somewhere. You know, the little boy in him is causing him to throw those tantrums and to lash out and to be overly emotional because he's from a hurt place. Now, I don't know if the hurt place comes from having problems with a woman who he really valued, who's trying to make his life miserable with his children, or the woman who was supposed to love him and support him, his mother abused them. You know, you have a lot of men who are walking around here who have been physically and verbally abused and have learned to mask it under their ego and under their masculinity. You know, it's a lot of abused men out here. There's some abused men who have been molested, and their ego, their masculinity is not going to admit that. If they haven't been molested, their mother used to beat on them. I know rapper DMX stressed that a lot. And one of his interviews, I was wondering, why does this dude hate women so much? Why is he, you know, women who trying to love him and trying to stand by him and support him? You know, I know his first wife, Tashira, you know, was definitely his backbone, and regardless of how much she tried to stand and stand in there and be a woman and endure, you know, dealing with him with his drug use, dealing with him hoeing, you know, DMX was a handful, and he'll even tell you that, you know, and it still wasn't enough to preserve him, you know. And it's unfortunately that this young man, I don't know who he is, but evidently it's some deep-rooted problems there for him to come to a comedy show and you picking up a chair, you trying to beat up a damn comedian who's paid to insult you, crack on you, crack jokes. People, if you don't like to be cracked on, you don't want to be made of a mockery, you're very sensitive, please do not sit in the front. Sit way in the back. Do not purchase no VIP. Do not purchase no front row. And if you're going to purchase front row, don't do anything or say anything that's going to draw attention to you to make yourself be the target of that night. Okay, for the comedian. You know what I'm saying? From what I read, what happened was he already was looking mad the whole time. He just was like acting like a woman with acting like the typical black woman with a nasty ass attitude. He was sitting there with a stank face. And what it did was it stood out to the comedian, because as a comedian, you are trained to observe your audience. You are trained whenever you're a performer, whether you're a rap artist, whether you're a stripper, anybody who's used to performing on stage. You are trained to observe your audience. You know, you're supposed to observe if your audience is into your performance or if they're having a good time. Your audience gives you your feedback for your performance. So if your audience is sitting there looking as dry as a box of 2-day-old crackers, you know you're not doing a good damn job. And sometimes as a comedian, you are trained to lighten the mood. You see somebody there not laughing and not looking like they're enjoying themselves, you know, you might crack a joke or two with them, you know what I'm saying? You know, just to lighten them up a little bit, you know, because all about having a good time. You know that you got your drinks, you got your buffalo wings, you know, the scenery is an adult scenery. You're supposed to be getting your little sip on, your little drink on, having a good time. Dude had a stank face, so that's what made the comedian kind of like target him, you know what I mean? And all I know is all hell broke loose from there. Okay, so my thing is, and that goes for anybody. I'm like this, when I'm having a moment and I'm not at my best, I'm the kind of person, I isolate myself. I do not go around people when I know I'm in a funky ass mood, or if I'm feeling bitter, I'm going through my PMS, me and my old man having some problems. I'm not about to be around nobody, because I know my feelings have a way of rubbing off and killing everybody else's vibe. You know what I'm saying? If you know you're not in a good place, do not go in a public in a public atmosphere. When you're going to be around people, if you're already mad, you're already angry, you're already pissed off. Now, for some people, it works. Some people, you get in a pissy ass mood, you like, you know what, bump it. I'm going to go to the comedy show tonight. I'm not going to sit here and dwell and think about and focus on everything that's going wrong. I'm going to go to the show and give me some drinks and go with my girls, go with my boys, and have a good time. Some people can do that. Some people are the opposite. You have some people, when they feeling down, they got to be around other people, you know, to boost their spirits. I'm the opposite. Sometimes, depending on what I'm going through, I just isolate. I'll turn my phone off. I don't bother nobody. I'm not the kind to call people and run people down and give them a pity party with all my damn problems about what's making me mad and what's making me upset. The only person I will probably call is my mom. She's the only one I will really give deep and intimate thoughts like that to. But I just don't call people and pouring all my goddamn problems on people. You know what I'm saying? I'm not in the business of bringing somebody else down with you know, all the negative things that are going wrong in my life. You know, this dude came there evidently with some type of emotional baggage, because the way he was swinging and the way he was the way he jumped up on the stage, he was already a firecracker. Like I do a lot of my messages about angry black women, and I call them ticking time bombs, because we all know black women all have attitudes. Hell, I got them. You know, that's a demon we was cursed with, and that's a demon we have to conquer. It's being a ticking time bomb. But I got a new word for you fellas, and I'm gonna start calling you emotional you overly emotional black men who are spiraling out of control. I'ma call y'all fire and firecrackers, okay? It's too many fellas that are becoming firecrackers, okay? Y'all are blowing up. You know, y'all getting ignited over the smallest, simplest little things. It's taking you out of your masculinity zone. As a man, you're supposed to be preserved. You're supposed to be able to keep your composure. That's what makes men different from women. God has given y'all the gift and ability to be able to sustain, to be able to endure, to be able to preserve your peace. Men, y'all are gifted with that. So when I see a man acting out like a woman, he's screaming and hollering and picking up stuff and throwing stuff, I'm like, nah. Somebody has to order this dude a box of man pawns, honey, because let me tell you something. As a man, you know, y'all, God has already blessed y'all with the abilities of being able to keep your composure, you know. So if it's to the point where you are screaming and you are yelling and you are hollering and you are picking up stuff and you throwing stuff like a toddler, something is mentally wrong. You need to seek some counseling, you need a spiritual advisor, or you need some medication. Something went wrong in your childhood, or either the woman in your life that you love is making your ass miserable, or either you've been scorned so many times by the wrong type of women that it has resorted you to gain feminine characteristics, feminine emotions, to where you are lashing out and you are screaming. It's something going on. This guy is coming from a hurt place. There's no way in hell a grown-ass man gonna get mad with a comedian that's throwing some jokes at him. You know, that was a very feminine-ass mood he made. Okay, you know what I'm saying? That I lost total respect for him. That it should have not escalated to that point. And what the hell was the goddamn security? I know that comedian is going to sue the hell out of that show. I mean, out of that damn comedy house. Do I blame him? Hell no, I don't. Because if I'm coming to perform at your house, it's like this. If a girlfriend of mine invites me to her house, you know, because like me, I do a lot of poem. I write poetry a lot. I like to actually go to poetry houses and recite my poems. That's another craft that I do. And one of these days, I'll actually will recite one for y'all to let y'all know what kind of poems I do. But anyway, and she asks me, girl, I want you to come over tonight. Me and the girls, we drinking, we playing cards, and I know you're really good with your poetry. I want you to come out and share some of your poetry with us, you know, and everything. I said, okay, cool, no problem. Give me the time, give me the place. I'll be glad to be there, you know. And I'm up there reciting my poem. And because there's this heifer already in her emotional feelings, she already feeling down about something. I say something like my poem that's making her feel some type of way. It's not even directed towards her because I don't even know her ass personally. Like in this case, I'm sure the comedian did not know this dude from a can of goddamn paint. And this bitch gets in her feelings and wants to reach out and grab me. You know what I'm saying? Because she's already in an emotional in a downward emotional spiral, and she wants to attack me. You know what I'm saying? I'm telling you guys, ladies, mental illness is on the rise, honey. You know, I don't play. It's as simple as, I remember one time, it was during Christmas, and you know, everybody was Christmas shopping, and I was in parking in Walmart, and this heifer was so determined to get the spot that I was getting ready to park in. Now, I knew I had been there. This heifer came from the opposite side, was already in the wrong, but she wanted that parking space so bad. She almost wrecked my car trying to, you know what I'm saying, get into a parking space that I had the right of way to get into. Now, the typical ticking time bomb, black woman would have jumped out the car, screaming, hollering, would have been, you know, trying to grab her by her hair out the driver's side, dragging that hoe, you know what I'm saying? That's what the ratchet girl in me wanted to do. Because, I do have a ratchet side now. I do have, you know, my split personality. I call her Rochelle. Oh, yes, I do have a Rochelle in me now. Okay, but I was wise enough to not let Rochelle come out. I said, you know what? It's not that serious. Let that crazy heifer park there, because it's just not worth my life, y'all. Do not underestimate folks. Put down your ego. Put down your pride. When you see somebody is already acting up, they acting up for a reason, honey. Either they already got a gun on them, or they just escaped from the damn mental institution, or they didn't take their medication. When you see a grown-ass man or a grown-ass woman acting out, ladies and gentlemen, do not try to challenge them, okay? You got nothing to prove. It does not make you a punk if you walk away. It does not make you less than a woman if you walk away. When I see somebody acting up, rather if I'm in a nail shop, I see a heifer coming in there snapping, throwing stuff, honey, I'm out, okay? It's not that serious for me to finish getting my fill in, okay? I am gone. I am out of there. On that note, the moral of this story is here, okay? Do not challenge mentally challenged people, okay? When you get that second voice that tell you something is wrong with dude, something is wrong with this lady, do not try to challenge them. In this case, the comedian did nothing wrong. He was being a goddamn comedian. That's his job, to tease, poke fun at the audience, make you laugh. I don't know who this dude is here, but I don't know if he was high, I don't know if he was drunk, I don't know if he's mentally challenged. I don't know if dude just got some paternity results and found out that his child wasn't his from some chick he was messing with. I don't know where the hurt, where the anger is coming from. But rest assured, he's going to regret it. He's going to regret it. Now, sometimes that's the thing about now with social media. Back then, we used to be able to do a lot of stuff back in the day. And we was able to not have to live with what we did because it was not like repeated. It was not, you know, it didn't go viral. Unlike these days, honey, when you make some whack ass decisions and some whack choices, and you do something dumb as hell, honey, it is going viral. And we all know that when things go viral, you cannot take it back. You cannot change it. In this case, I really believe that when this guy really comes to his senses, I pray to God he has them. when reality really sinks in, he's going to be hella embarrassed, okay? When he really sees how far he went. I mean, I know God, Lord, whoever his mama, whoever his daddy, whoever his baby mama is, anybody who knows him, I know they are totally embarrassed by his actions. Hell, I don't even know him, and I'm just embarrassed being a black woman, because black people, we're already known to be trouble. You know what I'm saying? Black people, we're already known to not know how to act and conduct ourselves. You know what I'm saying? So I'm hella embarrassed, and you know, I just thank God it didn't get too ugly. The comedian didn't get hurt. Hell, a comedian could have hurt him as well. Things could have really went left. I thank God this dude didn't have a gun on him. When if he had a gun on him, oh my God, that is why these gun laws need to be changed. Angry ass people, bitter, scorned people don't need to be walking around with a gun shooting up somebody because because somebody, you know, parked in your damn parking space or something. Then you got some people, you got some narcissists out there. You got some narcissists. You have some mentally challenged people. I'm telling you, y'all, as people walk around here looking normal, they dress good, look good, smell good, and crazy as hell. I'm telling you, man, we got some mentally challenged ass individuals out there. Do not underestimate your opponent. So on that note, I want to thank everybody for tuning in, rocking out with your girl, Lady Mocha at Cafe de Paris. You know, I am still accepting donations. I appreciate all of you who have been donating. I also want to let you guys also be aware that I'm going to do a Mocha overdose this week. Being that I have not been delivering any videos, I'm going to be delivering as many uploads as I can just for this particular week right here or whatever, to just try to catch up, to let my subscribers and my followers, don't follow me, follow Jesus, let my followers know that I know I have a duty and an obligation to make sure I'm always delivering y'all the best of topics, the best of current events. So just look out for Mocha Overdose. I'm going to be coming at y'all with some new topics. My next topic that's going to be coming up is being a single mother does not make you a hero. Okay, that is going to be my next recipe that I'm going to be serving you guys really soon. So be on the lookout for that. Don't forget to like, subscribe, thumb me up, share the video, you know what I'm saying, support your girl, you know what I mean, donate. I don't care even if it's $1 a month, anything, any blessing. No, it's not too big, it's not too small. On that note, I love you guys, and I will be hitting y'all with a new recipe very soon. Y'all take care.